What's going on? The lightning is still cracking, I see. Oh, yeah. That lightning is cracking. And while the lightning is cracking, we got some more lightning for you. Now, you've already known that the NBA is going to do this changing of the MVP trophy for the regular season and name it after Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was like, well, whatever happened, don't have it look like me. I don't want the trophy looking like me, going everywhere else. Just make it a trophy. You can name it the Michael Jordan Trophy, and that's fine. Um, Michael Jordan has won 5 MVPs, right along with Bill Russell. Now, if you want to name the NBA Finals MVP, I don't think he would get that either. Bill Russell is named the Finals MVP, known as the Bill Russell Award, naming it out to Bill because basically that's the way it should go. But if we're looking at this from the standpoint of, records, Michael don't have the most regular season MVPs. That award goes to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's right. Kareem got 6. The only player with 6. LeBron has 4. And not only does he has 4, there's a lot of other players, I believe, that has 4. I believe, don't it? I don't know. Once you get there, nobody really knows anymore. Once you get to that point, because I think Larry Bird got 3 or something like that, or Moses Malone got 3. People never bring up his name, but Moses Malone had about 3. But yeah, Wilt had 4. That was another one that had 4. Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt the Stilt. Um, I don't know. Somebody told me Giannis won it twice. I don't remember him winning it once, but damn, maybe he is. Now, you don't see a lot of Shaquille O'Neal's on that list, do you? And he was playing when there was no big man. Now, it's not the best Shaq not to go down that road. But this award is made because the NBA wants to make and crown a champion of the regular season for the team. They're getting ready to move towards that. So using Michael Jordan's name helps sells it more than using Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's just how it moves. See, the way they have it listed, the way they have things going down, the NBA is going to use Michael Jordan as the gas. Michael Jordan and LeBron James. They're going to keep marketing that while their entire league goes into despair. Now, I have tried my hardest to get people to understand what it is that I actually talk about every day when I break down NBA basketball and showing you how this dude sucks and he's not on the level that he should be at. This is just another prime example of it. So, uh-oh. Hold on. Sorry about this. But I don't think realistically it should go to Michael Jordan. It should go to Kareem. But this is another way of how the NBA, who Kareem keep tap dancing for. You tap dance them for the jab. You tap dance with them talking about Kyrie Irving. You keep tap dancing for them. And they keep showing you you're nothing. You're obsolete. You're a relic. The man who scored the most points in the NBA, a record that has stood for over 20 years after he left the NBA, and he could have still played. He did it without shooting threes in his 20 years. LeBron's been shooting threes and doing all this, and he's in year 20 trying to pass Kareem. So that shows you how dominant Kareem was. But you wanted to tiptoe and, you know, couldn't get out. Couldn't get out, buddy. You wanted to tiptoe and dance. Why? Where did that get you? Hmm? Where did that get you? Nothing. They've had all these different awards. They have the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. They got the Defensive Player of the Year award. They haven't named that after anybody. Uh, of course, the Executive of the Year award. They have something called the Hustle Award. So it's so many. Six Man of the Year before it was, like I told you, Vinnie Johnson made that a common award because him coming off the bench, he was like, he could have started on any other team. I think in 2005 they did that to honor Bill Russell. You know, I think they started giving that award in like '69 for the Finals MVP. So, um, should Michael get it from a business standpoint? Yeah, Yeah, he absolutely, absolutely 100%. Michael Jordan should get it from a business standpoint over Kareem. Why? Because his name is still synonymous with these young kids who've never seen him play. My little cousin is 8 years old, and all he cares about is Michael Jordan. I'm like, Michael Jordan ain't played in 30 years, and that's all he cares about is Michael Jordan. So the marketing of Michael Jordan and this legacy far outweighs the power of LeBron James and his media pundits. He don't hold the weight compared to that. Because Jordan fans are from people that used to watch the game, and that trickles down to their children. Most of them are Bulls fans and Jordan fans, and I live in Chicago, so I know they're fans because their parents were. Like, they ain't let go of Jordan. No matter who came, they rooted for Derrick Rose and they loved Derrick Rose, but MJ brought the chips home. So Jordan posters is gonna be up. They kids gonna be watching Jordan highlights, and now because of YouTube, they these documentaries and all of this, it's Jordan, 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 Jordan. So it keeps him in the high regards of the NBA, and they like, well, let's keep marketing him. That's the Adam Silver slip away. Why are we gonna try to take a risk of marketing a new guy when we can just ride these old guys out? Then maybe they'll discover these other guys while we're moving along. Do I think they should market John Morant more? Hell yeah. These young kids got something to say. They got personality. They can sell the game. They do sell the game. If you go on the internet, these young kids are talking about John Morant and what Ja said, what Ja did. Ja did this move. He made himself hot. Y'all put all the marketing behind Zion Williamson, and he kept getting hurt. Cheeseburger falling out on the court, falling out his trunks. And I'm like, man, what's going on here? It's like, and then John Morant just took over. I'm serious. Just straight took over. Well, Finals MVP should have went to Michael Jordan. That should have been his award. Finals MVP, winning 6 championships, and getting 6 MVPs, even though one of them, I believe, was Dennis Rodman's in 1996. That should have went to Dennis Rodman. He single-handedly won like 2 games out of the 4. What he did to Seattle was masterful. Detroit Piston psychological. It was unbelievable. Even George Karl admitted it. Like, no, Dennis Rodman beat us. Jordan we can handle, but Dennis Rodman tore us apart mentally. So LeBron's got 3 in a bubble championship finals that they just gave to him. So I don't nobody count that. But pretty soon, Michael Jordan having that award to me means a lot more as the NBA Finals winner. And they giving it to Bill. I'm not mad about that. I'm just saying, if we're gonna do regular seasons Finals MVP, that should go to Kareem. You know, it's cool. Y'all named a social justice award after him, but so was Bill Russell. But it's like y'all give Bill Russell credit as a player more than you do Kareem. And I just think that's like crazy. But it's politics. Politics, my man. Politics. Are you going to play the game or you going to let the game play you? That's how they doing it. That's how they've been running it for years. So Adam Silver Slipper is once again inserting himself into this Michael Jordan trophy crap and trying to get more eyes on the NBA's regular season. Now, the way I look at situations, they're a little different than how the average person may look at them. You know, one person might look at it and say something entirely different, while another person might see it in a whole different way. But I know Adam Silver. Adam Silver showed me exactly who he was since he came in the NBA in 1992. Um, he's been the guy that they chose to shadow David Stern when it was supposed to go to Stu Jackson. But they weren't going to give it to Stu Jackson, and Stu knew that. You know, it was going to go from Jew to Jew. And that's just how it was going to go. We'll talk more about that on the Patreon, of course. And these scenarios that you see play out is a microcosm of all of the things that Michael Jordan has done from a marketing standpoint, which Isaiah has completely given him credit for. But you see, it fed the ego of Michael Jordan. It made him feel like I am elite and I can do this, and so what if you don't like it? Now, there are many people that will never care what happens to all of the accusations, the layouts, the bad press. They move on. Even when you have evidence to prove it wrong, they just move on. Now get this. Michael Jordan slapped the player. I mean, literally slapped the player while he was playing on the Wizards. Right in front of a media writer, sports writer. That guy walked away and never reported it. And why was that? Because Mike was the lead. That player was young, confused, and was never going to do that again. Now, you look at all the things the league is trying to do, and I get Joe Dumars is the president. He's shaking it up. He's got it now where the scoring is up high because, in case many of you have forgotten or don't know, that you know they changed the rules where you can't foul people to stop the fast break On an outlet, that's a technical foul. Well, there are a lot of scenarios out here that are going to change in the next few coming of years because everything is becoming oversaturated. Well, you got to look at the teams. You got Zion Williamson, who's now playing on a team that he can perform on. You got a rivalry developing with Phoenix and the Pelicans, which I think is great for the NBA because there's been too much fraternizing with everybody from the other team. You see more people friends with guys on the other team than their own teammates. They don't even ride for them. So it's like, for real? I'm out here on the road with you, on the planes, everything, and you ain't gonna ride with me when I'm going against them? Oh, that's my boy, man. Yeah, we play NBA 2K, man. Man, you should go ahead, man. What's your call ID, man? I can get you up there. We'll sign you up. Be like, dude, I'm your teammate on this court here. I don't need to play a video game. I want to win in the real game. So for me, that builds the interest when you have a rivalry or two teams that have disdain for one another. You know, Zion's disdain is at the fact that he didn't like how when they got eliminated last year, they were close to putting Phoenix out last year. Oh, buddy, they close. And Zion felt if I was there, we would have got him. And he had to watch them celebrate. So it was just a lot of talk on the court. And then when he did that dunk, that solidified it. Like, take that. Well, it's a lot of different things that people don't really understand. You know, people would make excuses for certain situations. The NBA is going to always do what's best for the NBA. You know, and that's just it. Now you start looking at Michael Jordan's past only because it was no social media at the time. Michael, I don't know how he would have been able to handle the social media part. See, Michael was able to control most of the media's questions because he was too good of an image. That after 1992 and 93, it was in that 92 era, really, after he appeared in videos with Michael Jackson, it was like, okay, we got to find some dirt on this guy. We know about the good guy, but there's got to be some dirt. And they went and boy, did they dig it up. You know, the Family Guy, the image he had, and all the mistress, the women. You know, he was just out here. And he had a type. Mike had a type. He liked red bones with white girls. That was his thing, you know? And despite all that, there was the gambling stuff. All these things that came up to kind of tarnish, or should have tarnished, and would have tarnished any other professional athlete, but not Michael Jordan. Because people didn't care. He's Jordan. I didn't give Michael Jordan his respect until he played for the Wizards. That's when I gave him some respect because I was like, man, now they're not giving him the calls. Now he got to earn it. You know, now they knocking his teeth out, and he got to get up and keep going. I like that. It's the other stuff that I don't need. But everything else, I could deal with. Yeah, he was earning it back then because the NBA didn't want him to come back to play for the Wizards. He was gonna come back and play for the Bobcats. He was finna put the whole ownership in a trust again, and this time come back on the court because they couldn't tell him he gonna sign himself. The league couldn't say, "Hey, you can't come back." He was in his 50s. He was planning a comeback, but then Mike got hurt. He had a injury, and that ended that. But he was thinking about coming back, playing in a minor role situation. Because he felt like, oh, I could coach these guys being on the court with them and being in the locker room and telling them where they should be. They play better when I'm out there like that. But it is what it is. But that's a whole nother story. I'm going to get up out of here. Deuces.